How's it going, folks? Welcome back to another episode. Today we've got something very exciting. The video's gonna start today, probably get finished up another day. Well, it's about to start raining, but we're like, all right, what can we do while it's raining? We could go get supplies. So today, you guys saw that I bought a mini excavator for you guys. Missed that video. You can go check it out, it'll be on my channel. But basically, I basically bought a shovel, a giant shovel. So today, we're going to attempt to build a pond. And I don't know how far we're gonna get along in this process or how long it's gonna take. All I know is we're at Home Depot. We're gonna see what they've got. They might not have everything we need. We're gonna buy all the supplies we can, order the rest online, and then we're gonna go back and start digging a hole in the ground and see what happens. But I was gonna call somebody that I know has some experience in the pond building industry. So let's give that guy a call.
Hello?
Yo, what's good?
What's poppin', man?
Hey, I've got an objective right now, and
Okay.
that objective is I have a excavator, mini excavator.
Oh man.
I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna dig a pond, and that's about all I know I'm gonna do. And I would like it to be able to hold some fish, you know,
Okay.
just like a small, like kind of like a small koi pond. I don't know what we'll put in it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know, it might be, I don't know, 30 by 20 or something type size. Nothing too crazy.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm at Home Depot. Not sure if that's the Strat or not.
Oh man.
Should I order all this stuff online, or is there anything that I can get while I'm out and about, like
So
a
you're
liner?
gonna so there's a specific carp you're probably gonna want to get most stuff online.
Nice. Okay, thanks. See ya.
Alright, no. Alright.
What? We just drove like 40 minutes. What? By the way, that was Fanatic, okay? He's another YouTuber. He has a lot of ponds, and he knows a lot more about this stuff than me. He basically, why didn't I call him before?
Why'd you come here first?
I literally drove all the way up here. I'm like, all right, let's just go to Home Depot, and then we'll call Fanatic, and that way he can like walk us through what to buy at Home Depot. He's like, actually, you want nothing at Home Depot. You should just get everything online. Is there anything you need at Home Depot or here? Let's go in there and buy like a rake or something. I feel like we need a rake for the hay.
Sure.
Let's just go inside and start buying stuff. Anyways, I guess this video will probably be picked up in like a week when everything gets here, but let's just go buy some stuff from Home Depot. All right, well, we're here. I figured I need a shovel. Also, the other thing that we need, this has nothing to do with this video whatsoever, but we need some grass seed, because a lot of like the animal enclosures have just dirt. That's from some of the construction and stuff we've done, so I'd like to get that grass ripping again. That way you grow it up, and then basically like the animals can go eat the grass. So we're kind of buying the seeds for food. You see, oh, there we go. We're buying food for the animals. So we need some Patch Master. It's more than a patch, I can tell you that much. This is Nulon.
Sun and
Okay.
shade mix.
I mean, it's pretty much sun where I'm thinking I want it. You know what I mean? Probably like a dense sun mix. Is that a thing? What's a tall fescue? What you see? Tall fescue?
Yeah. I want them.
You big grass guy?
I know nothing about grass.
Really? Well, what the hell?
I feel like a Midwest mix is a good thing.
A Midwest
We're
mix?
in the Midwest.
We are in fact, yeah, we are in fact there. So this is, what does this thing say it does? This is water absorbs, sure. All right, we're gonna get some of this. All right, we got some rakes and some shovels and nothing to do actually at all with the pond. I guess, I don't know, maybe you'll see us plant some grass later in this episode, but I guess we're gonna go home, get on the World Wide Web, and I guess order everything is what my boy said. So I guess I'll see you guys whenever all this stuff gets here. All right, folks, well, it's the next day. Millie's excited. We've got one issue, okay? Last night, as you guys saw, it was kind of rainy yesterday. We had like basically a tornado come through, and the chicken coop that we built for the new chickens, the ones we got for the quarantine, he still got eggs. Look at that. It was sitting here. Look where it's at. It destroyed that dog kennel. Rip to that thing. And the, at least the ATV was here to block it from just tumbling off to Narnia. You guys might be thinking, well, what happened to the chickens? Are they dead? They're right here. Look at them. They didn't run away. Millie, hey, they're gonna run away if you chase them. I mean, on a good note, they know that this is their home. I didn't even think about it last night, but it was so windy. Also, we just came down here and this thing is completely flipped over. And this thing's gone through a beating. It's flipped like 3 times. I feel like, were they really?
Stick's still chilling.
I feel like we might need to stake this thing down. It's just really not OSHA approved, I guess. But like I said, on a good note, the chickens are good. Oh, that's Hennifer. You're not a new chicken. But all 3 of them are still chilling, which is a good thing, because now honestly, I don't feel like we have to lock them up anymore. We'll see if they can all fit in the new coop or what they do. We're gonna let them free range today. And since we're gonna be down here digging the pond, but Hookin's here. He was on feed duty. He got a bunch of feed for the animals. But I'm gonna show you guys where we are planning on building the pond. So as you guys saw, talked to Fanatic. I also called my buddy Paul Cafaro, and he gave me some tips as well. So shout out to you. And basically, they were telling me ponds are really expensive, like real expensive. If you want them to be decent size, with liners and rocks and stuff. I mean, we're talking tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars, which, you know, your boy doesn't really feel like spending that. So we're not really sure what we're gonna do. But what we're gonna do today is we're at least going to to get the pond dug. I ordered a bunch of stuff. I got the pumps, the filters, the liners, the tarps, everything ordered offline yesterday, but it ain't gonna be here for like 2 weeks. So today's objective, we want to put the pond right here. It's actually a pretty good sized area. I mean, if we fill this whole thing, I mean, that's like a, it's like a 30 by 20, which Paul was telling me like a 10 by 8's like 10 G's or something crazy like that. So hopefully we don't have to spend that much money, but basically what we need to do is we need to move that chicken coop. It has not been moved since we got it, which I'm not sure how we're gonna do it. Luckily, we've got some equipment. We've even got the mini excavator out here for the digging, but we're gonna try to use the skid loader and maybe pick that thing up. I've got some like pallet forks and stuff. We could try to carry it. I'm not sure if it'll work, but basically we need to get that out of here. We need to get all this out of here. All this needs to go. We're gonna take all of this and we're gonna throw it way down over there by those trees, move that stuff around. And then what we're also thinking is we're gonna take this guy. This is a permanent right here. It's the perma fence and it's electric, and I've got another one of these. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna set these up back here in this grass pasture and try to get the big animals like the goats, the cow, alpaca, all those guys out and eating grass, because right now their pasture that they're in inside their pen, they've eaten all the grass. There's no grass left. So we're gonna try to give them a little bit of a pasture, at least for today, to munch on, since we're already having to move everything anyway. Amelia's super excited for the new pond. We're not really sure what's gonna happen. We gotta start digging. But before we do that, we gotta move all this stuff over there. So you guys stay tuned. I get a little whip with it, but not much. Oh, wow. Beat up children. Shoo! All right, well, as you guys saw, we got all the fencing moved. You see Rick? He's fighting that. He's fighting the picnic table. Rick, why are you squaring up? What the picnic table do to you, Rick? Yeah, he's pissed. He's quarantined right now. Look at him.
Oh my God.
Rick's the OG quarantine animal, I guess. He's always been in quarantine. Now you see why he's fighting a picnic table. Dude's nuts. Anyways, this is like the most tricky part of this whole adventure, is moving this. We have not moved this since the day we bought it. So we're thinking it's gonna be close. I have a feeling it's not gonna reach entirely. I guess we'll just see if we can pick it up. If not, we'll just try dragging it or something. I don't know. This might not work. You guys stay tuned.
There you go.
Wow, that worked way better than I thought. Chicken's got a new home. I don't know if they're even gonna like it over here or use over here. The only thing that makes me nervous about putting all the birds and stuff over here is basically this is raccoon territory. This is where they like to hang out, and so it's gonna be, and we are closer to some trees, basically aerial predators, or like, I guess, yeah, I didn't really think about that. Bobcat could definitely, we might just cut these trees down. So Bobcat could scale one of these trees and then just yeet onto the roof and then yeet into the pen, and that probably wouldn't be any good. We have not been locking the chickens up that much lately though. I know I said that last time that Buddy died, but we're not sure if all the chickens are gonna want to be in this or / fit, because right now there were 6 and now we've got 9, so I don't know if there's gonna be enough room for them. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna set it up and just see if the chickens use it tonight. We have a feeling they've been actually sleeping in that big shed because there's a bunch of eggs in there. They kind of just like abandon this place, so I don't know. I mean, if they sleep in the shop and they don't get killed, then I don't really see an issue with it. But we're gonna get this thing set up. We're gonna throw some new fluff in it, get their food, get their water, kind of set up in this little area here. But we got the new pond area pretty much cleared out. I could not believe how well this thing worked. It completely picked up the entire thing. I did not expect that one bit. So this is our our crappy looking build site as of now. So we're basically I'm thinking just kind of right in this area. This is again where obviously the chickens were. So we're gonna kind of dig this. I want to make it big. I really do. I want to make it like this big, because I mean we could make it to where we could actually grow some bass in it. The only problem is that much liner and rock, and I mean, again, you're talking tens of thousands of dollars. Your boy doesn't really feel like doing that. But we're gonna see. We're gonna get the rest of this stuff kind of cleared out and get the tape measure out and start measuring some stuff around and just see how big this area actually is. And then we're gonna kind of draw it all out and get to digging. You guys stay tuned. How's it going, Dale? What are you doing, Karen? Karen, you just chilling, Karen? You guys are just hanging out. Look, they've nibbled the grass down to literally nothing. These guys are overgrazing. And then look right here on this other side, we've got some plentiful, lush green grass. So before we get digging in the pond, it's such a beautiful day. I want these guys to get out and graze. So what we're gonna do is actually, you good, bro? What we could actually utilize that fence that's already there. So what if we just pivot a panel to there and then run the perma fence over there and just give them all this to graze and see if they like it. So I guess that's the plan. Let's get this, we're gonna build them a mini pasture so they can get munching while we build this pond. Look at this. Look, so we basically took this side, put it right here, and then used the fence that was already here, and then see that perma fence goes all the way up the hill and then back down. We just gave them like, I don't know, quarter acre worth of grass. Look, they're already going off. These are natural grown lawnmowers. No need to mow your lawn, just get these guys. So we'll see, we'll keep an eye on them. Hopefully they don't get out. It's not electrified. We literally just used it as a barrier. So if they wanted to get out, they absolutely could. I'm just hoping they're distracted by all the grass long enough today, at least, to just eat this down. And then we're thinking if this works, I mean, it really took us like 10 minutes. We could do the other, we could do one on the other side and just kind of like rotate basically, because we want to build this a huge pasture, just expensive and a lot of work, folks. Like $5 grand and like at least a few days worth of time to try to get a good fence built. So for the meantime, since there's like literally no grass left in their pen, we give them hay, so it's not like they're dying, but they love fresh grass. So we're gonna let them basically graze on this for now, and we're gonna get to digging. So right here, this is where we've marked out the pond. You can see the little tape measure that Millie just kind of walked over, but planning on making it about 12 by 12. Now we might not make it perfectly square, but this is basically with the tarp and all the materials I ordered online. This is about as big as you could possibly get it. So we're doing 12 by 12, and then we've made it to where we could go 4 feet deep. I don't think we're gonna go all the way to 4 feet deep, but that's just basically the deepest spot might be 4 feet. Now the plan, we're thinking potentially could be build one here, and then if we like it, rip. Buddy just walked over this. Anyways, what I'm saying is, if we do well on this and we like it, we could build one right next to it, maybe even a third one, and then connect them with bridges. Because our thing is, like, our thought potentially maybe would be have one for like koi, maybe have one for bass, and then maybe even have one as like a bait tank. Maybe we could raise crawfish or shad or minnows or anything like that, and then basically like grow the bass, and then before winter release them into the pond. So basically, like, this could potentially be like a little fish farm area right here. We're not really sure, but we got it marked out, and it's finally time to start digging. Enjoy. I've been waiting for the excavator, and the skid loader did pretty much all the work. Look at this thing. I mean, obviously it looks like a bag of wieners, but like this is literally what, 5-6 passes, like nothing. And we threw it all over there and already got that road looking about right. But I wanted to measure how deep this was, and then I'm gonna jump in the excavator and kind of polish it off. It was really easy to move a bunch of dirt very quickly with the skid loader, but the excavator is gonna be able to kind of basically dig that side down. And we gotta grab all these roots because it has a thumb, kind of dig all this. But yeah, bring that over here. Let's see what this deepest side is. So all the way down. So it's probably packed in 2 feet.
2.5.
So we've got about double that to go. That's funny. When I was talking to Fnac, he even said that. He's like, so I was like, how deep should I make? Like 4 or 5 feet? And he's like, dude, you're gonna get 3 feet and be like, wow, that's deep. Like that looks deep, and it's only literally 2 feet once you pack it all down. So we've got a few more feet to go. I think what we're gonna do is dig this kind of like a shelf a little bit, like 1 foot deep. So that way if we're feeding the bass, they can kind of come up shallow. And then I want the deepest point, pretty much where it is now, to be pushing 4 feet. That way they can get down in, like in the summer, if the water's really, really hot, they can get down in that cool, because obviously bass don't want to sit in a freaking hot bathtub. Like it's not, you want to make sure it's nice and cool for them. We're gonna have pumps and filters that will pump in some cool water for them and stuff like that. But I definitely want to make sure it's deep enough for bass. So now it's time to get in the old excavator and get back to work. But this is not going to take nearly as long as I thought. At least to get the initial hole, to get it kind of crafted the way we want might take some time, but the initial hole is going very quickly. Can we get a beefcake comparison, Bonzo? You get in there, my guy. Let's see. Boom! Look at that. We've got a hole. Dude, the equipment, it goes so fast with this stuff. We've literally been out here for like 30 minutes, and all of a sudden, it doesn't look that good. So what we're doing now is, a lot of this is fluffy. And I was getting it with the excavator, but the problem is we don't want it to just be a bowl. We kind of want to tier it. And I'm not good enough with the excavator, and it also has teeth on it. So like, there wasn't really a way to get it groomed good, especially because I just don't really know how to run it that well. So we're gonna do some manual labor now, and basically that big patch of fluffy stuff right there, we're just gonna ditch out there so we can kind of see what the hard ground looks like, because you don't want to put this on fluffy ground. You want it to be packed in really good. So now the objective is basically get all the rest of the fluffy stuff out as much as we can, and then we're gonna kind of, you can see obviously these edges aren't like super prominent, but like I try to leave a ledge there. So now we just kind of have to shape it and form it, pack it all in, and we should be good to go. Dale, what the hell are you doing, Dale? What? Where did you come from? How did you get out? Oh, literally every single animal. We've got 12 other animals contained. No one's containing Dale. All right, well, it's time for a pizza break. You guys, we didn't film much of it, but basically I took all this dirt and set it up over there with the old skid loader. But Hook Daddy, he was on pizza duty, so he got pizza for everybody. But it looks good. I'm pretty happy with it. We still need to, polish up some edges and stuff like that. But for the most part, I like this because you've got about, maybe a foot of an edge here, and then maybe a 2 foot drop. We're thinking it's probably about 4.5 feet in that center pool.
Whoa.
Millie.
What's that strap?
Dale, he's our friend. All right, calm down.
He's eating the dirt.
Dale, why are you eating dirt, Dale? What a goat. Literally nothing else at all. What was everybody running for? Literally nothing else got out except for Dale, but I guess we'll let Dale hang out. Dale, if anything's gonna escape, I'd like it to be Dale, because he likes humans. Like he's just gonna hang around us the rest of the day. But we're gonna grab some pizza and polish some stuff off with this shovel, and everything is starting to come together. The pond is looking good. Well, folks, it is complete. We got one step, boom, another step, boom, a little slide, right down to the bottom, right there. So this is kind of what it looks like. We're guessing the bottom of this is right about 4 feet. We should have plenty extra tarp with our 20 by 20, because we made it 12 by 12, but it's not. Dale's still hanging out. He's been chilling with us this whole time, but I think this is what we're gonna call it. I probably won't be able to pick the camera up for maybe another week or so before everything gets here, unless all of a sudden it just shows up. It definitely could, or I might just go back to Home Depot or Menards or Lowe's or something like that and try to find what could just work instead of waiting. You guys will see, but this is gonna be kind of part one of digging the first pond ever on the farm. This is gonna be hopefully for bass, maybe even koi sometime, or a crawfish farm or something. We're gonna probably start off with bass and bluegill. It's not big, but I mean, it'll hold some water. We're not trying to go too big, because I didn't want to spend too much money on the first one, just to make sure I didn't mess it up, because obviously I don't really know what I'm doing, and we're just gonna hope for the best. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, let me know if there's anything we did wrong. Also let me know, and stay tuned to part 2, and hopefully part 2 we should have the liner and the pumps, and basically we'll fill this sucker with water and make it look really nice. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much, and peace.